Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're cracking open a filing from Aptevo Therapeutics. It's a bit like when the doctor tells you the medicine might taste bad, but it will help you get better. This report has some financial moves that might seem complicated, but we'll break it down simply. Here's the deal in a nutshell. Aptevo sold shares and warrants to raise money. We're going to look at why they did it, what they plan to do with the money, and what it all means for the company's future. If you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate reports, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where you can chat more about what we are discovering. Let's dive right into it. The main event, a securities purchase agreement, which is just a fancy way of saying they struck a deal to sell stocks, and something called warrants. Think of warrants as coupons that allow investors to buy more stock later. Basically, Aptevo needed money and they got it by selling stocks and coupons. They sold 2,105,000 shares of their common stock. This is like cutting a pizza into more slices. Each slice or share becomes a little smaller, but you have more slices to sell. Alongside the shares, they also sold pre-funded warrants to buy up to 360,000 more shares. These warrants are like a promise to sell more stock at a set price in the future. Also, the company sold common warrants for up to 12,325,000 shares. The price for each share with its coupon warrant was $3.25. The coupon for the pre-funded warrant cost $3.249, which is just a tiny bit less than the cost of stock. Each share or pre-funded warrant came with 5 coupons, each allowing the purchase of 1 share of their stock. These coupons or common warrants have an exercise price of $3.25 per share. Here's a catch. You can only use these coupons when the company has certain approval from the Nasdaq Capital Market. That's the stock exchange they're listed on. If they don't get this approval, these coupons are worthless. They expire 5 years after the stockholder approval. The exercise price of the common warrants can be adjusted like when a store has a sale, such as if there is a share split. It's like turning 1 share into many smaller shares, but the coupon cost never goes below 0.65. The pre-funded warrants are a little different. The pre-funded warrant can be used as soon as you get them. Their exercise price is very small, $0.0000001, some falsy, $0.01. Which is next to free. It's just a formality. Aptevo promises not to issue more shares or similar coupons or warrants for the next 3 months. They do have some exceptions, but that is the gist of it. To make this happen, Aptevo hired Roth Capital Partners as their placement agent. This company helped them find investors. The company paid the placement agent a cash fee of 7.0% of the aggregate gross proceeds. So Aptevo paid them about 7% for finding the investors. The SEC, which is the main US government regulator, gave the green light to these stock and warrant offerings on June 18, 2025. After all the fees, Aptevo got about $7.4 million from this deal if no one uses the coupons or warrants. It's not a ton of money, but it's not nothing. So what's Aptevo going to do with this cash? They will use it to fund clinical programs and for general expenses. Let's switch gears and look at some other events that Aptevo announced. It's like the company giving you some news updates alongside their financial moves. First, the company put out press releases. One press release announced they were doing the stock and warrant sale, and the other was announcing that they closed the deal on June 2025. They released data from a trial for AML patients. It is about a drug called mipletamig and is for patients that are unfit for intensive chemotherapy. Lastly, Aptevo announced a new candidate in their drug development pipeline called APVO455 Core. Alright, that's the highlights of what Aptevo was up to. They gained new capital and are continuing work. Now, for an analysis, Aptevo is a company in the very risky field of developing drugs. They need a lot of money to do this because the long trials can take a lot of time. Their recent move to get $725 million by selling stock shares is a risky move. First, it means each share is worth less. It represents a smaller piece of the pie. Second, in case Nasdaq disapproval happens, the purchased warrants are worthless anyway. Aptevo's pipeline, especially APVO455, shows promise, but its success is far from guaranteed. The stock price may swing wildly on drug developments or other news. Keep it locked here for continued breaking down of corporate moves. Dude, alright, that's our breakdown of Aptevo's latest SEC filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps. And subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.